One of my favorite things about the Switch is the ability to swap out the Joy-Cons for third-party Joy-Cons. And in today's video, we're going to be looking at the Hori Split Pad Compact. It's essentially the smaller version of the Hori Split Pad Pro, hence the name Compact, but it does have some other differences as well. First impressions, they're pretty light. It only weighs about 2.5 ounces, which is good for handheld use, and they kind of look like Joy-Cons on steroids, but unlike Joy-Cons, the edge is slanted for a more ergonomic grip. I definitely dig the colorway here. I love the bright yellow and the dark gray and light gray mesh well together. I kind of like it more than my Split Pad Pro color, which is translucent black with red accents. Don't get me wrong, I still like the color of my Split Pad Pro, but I like this one just a tad bit better. And you can get them in different colors as well if you're not a fan of this colorway. And connection is pretty easy. All you have to do is just slide them into the rails and you're connected. On the front, the Split Pad Compact has a standard layout that you would find on a Joy-Con, but you do get a turbo and assign button. If you don't know what turbo does, it essentially allows for a continuous rapid fire without holding down the button assigned to it. So for example, if you're playing an FPS game and you assign the trigger button to turbo, it'll keep on firing without the need to hold down the trigger, and there's 3 different turbo speeds. Turbo is cool, but I really don't find myself using it. It seems like it would be more useful in some games compared to others, but it is there if you want to use it, and it works just fine. There are back buttons called FR and FL, which are tactile and really easy to press, and you assign a button to them using the assign button, and each back button can only be mapped to the side that it's on. It seems like most third-party controllers for the Switch come with back buttons, which is something I didn't notice at first, but as I review more and more tech products here on the channel, it's something I just started to realize, which is pretty cool because you can change the way you play a game with them, and I do use them sometimes depending on the game I'm playing. The buttons on the Split Pad Compact feel good. There's like a mix of tactile buttons and membrane feeling buttons, like the assign, turbo, home, capture, and the plus and minus have a tactile feel, and I would say the ZR and ZL buttons have more of a tactile feel as well. The D-pad, R and L, and ABXY buttons feel more membrane-like when pressed. If you use the Split Pad Pro, you might notice that the sticks look a bit different, and that's because they are. The sticks on here have a rubberized texture concave top, and it offers some really nice grip. When I move the analog sticks, I don't feel like my thumbs are going to slip, which is a huge positive. They feel fantastic because of the rubberized texture, and I feel like I just have full control of the thumbsticks. It's probably one of my favorite things about this gamepad. To me, they're definitely an upgrade in terms of feel compared to the Split Pad Pro, but the analog sticks on the Compact are not full size like you would find on the Split Pad Pro. They have a smaller range of motion, so that's definitely something to note. On the back, there's an ergonomic shape that feels natural to hold with a speckled texture for some extra grip while holding the gamepad, and it feels decent and it does the job, but I think they could have done a better job with it. The ones on the Split Pad Pro feel great because the texture on there has a tighter and rougher pattern that provides better grip in my opinion. The build quality on here is solid. Even though it's light, it doesn't feel cheap, and you get these 2 stands on here, so when you put your Switch down on a surface, it's not sitting directly on the surface. The 2 stands will kind of elevate it, so it's just like a nice added protection factor. So far, I've been pretty happy with the quality of my Split Pad Pro, so I wasn't too worried about the quality of the Split Pad Compact. And also, these are an official Nintendo licensed product, so that means it's been evaluated and tested by Nintendo for use on the Switch, which is definitely another positive. Now, of course, like any other tech product out there, the Split Pad Compact does have its shortfalls as well. Some of the features missing from this gamepad include no gyroscope, motion IR, accelerometer, HD rumble, and NFC. The only feature I would say I really miss is HD rumble, because at times I like to have that vibration feedback when playing a game. And of course, you won't be able to use it wirelessly as its only way of connection is the rail connector, so playing in tabletop won't be an option. Same thing goes for docked mode. Well, sorta. In order to use these in dock mode, you'll have to buy the Split Pad attachment, which is 30 bucks. So yeah, there's that. Also, you might need to buy a larger case to carry these around with you, because if you're like me and your case only supports regular Joy-Cons, these won't fit in there. But of course, this is just an optional thing, but I always recommend having a carrying case for the Switch. The Hori Split Pad Compact retails for $50, but I actually got mine for $40 from Target. I see them ranging from around $40 to $50, so it just depends on what retailer you buy it from. I think they're a good buy if you're looking for a comfortable replacement for Joy-Cons, and you can do without some of the missing features mentioned earlier. To me, they are a lot more comfortable than standard Joy-Cons, not just because of the larger size, but also because of the ergonomic shape, which provides a more natural grip to hold. These also accommodate smaller hands better than the Split Pad Pro, so if you're someone with smaller hands, I would definitely keep that in mind. But overall, I did enjoy using the Split Pad Compact. It excels in comfort and feel, with the trade-off of some missing features. I'm definitely going to keep on using these in the future.